Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the 1992p or Philadelphia Mint coin from the United States of America. It says Liberty at the top, George Washington facing to the left, In God We Trust under his chin, and 1992 here, in a P there for Philadelphia. In Philadelphia in 1992 they made 384.7 million. So they made quite a few. But something really interesting about the 387.7 million they made is that you can get one of these in an MS65 that's worth 20 bucks. So it's one of the higher coins, recent coins, in an MS65 that's worth 20 bucks. And I kind of wondered, why is that? So let's take a look at it. If we tip it up on its edge, we can see it's a copper nickel-clad copper coin. It is a copper nickel blend on the outside, on the front and the back. On the inside, it is pure copper, so it's 75% copper, 25% nickel. So in some cases, the nickel actually has less nickel in it than the quarter does. But this one certainly is a full copper sandwich when we look at it. If we get to the back, and this is a messy, beat up coin that we got in our change. It says United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum here. We can actually see some definition here and down here in the olive wreath that goes across the bottom. It says $quarter on it. Now, if you look on the PCGS website, you'll see that it does start pretty high, but it doesn't go very high. So here's a really, really high graded. Let me see if we can get that. Yeah, look at that. That's just really, really spectacular coin. And this is graded really high. And I'm guessing that if we sent this in, it would be maybe an MS 65, 66, probably a 66. Here's the problem with the 1992s, and that is the 1992 Philadelphia coin does not have any coins that PCGS has graded up above a 67. In fact, they've seen one 67 plus. They value it at $7,500 for 67 plus, but they don't have any record of it being sold. So the $7,500 is really a kind of educated guess on their part. Same thing we have happened here. See, once in a while you see this a little bit of doubling in the rim, and that's just because the way that the sandwich is put together, there's a little separation there. Sometimes we tip it up on its edge and we see the same, but it's of course a lot more shiny when we get the uncirculated mint set coin. And then look at the back, and this is where we can see that it is truly a valuable coin. Of course, it says United States of America around the top, E pluribus unum here. If we look at the eagle, we can actually see the little tuft of hair coming off the back. Really good definition of that eye up there. You can actually see the eye inside the, right below the eyelid. The feathers just look really nice. You can see feathers all the way up through here, all the way up through there. Feathers all down the body and both legs. So all down in between the legs here where the tail feathers are, you can see small feathers. Really good definition. You can actually see a line in the center of the feather on this arrow. That's really, really hard to do. The ribbon here is very good. It's holding the arrows together. And we can see the arrow end pretty sharp down there. And then way down at the bottom, this tail feather comes through, and great definition there. We look at the olive wreath that goes across the bottom, and we can see that that has great definition also. And then we get to the lettering on the bottom, and it says $quarter. You can see like a little chip there right above the R. That's from another quarter hitting it during the minting process. This coin actually came out of a uncirculated mint set, and sometimes you get really lucky with these, and you don't often know until you get them out of the casing or out of the plastic. But as you can see with this one, it, no matter what we do. Now you say, okay, there's a little bit of film on there. That happens sometimes as the plastic breathes onto the coins, but that's not going to affect the value any. Here's the problem. Unless we can get this to MS67 or above, because if we get this to MS67, we'd be talking about $300 to $500, maybe more. But if at MS66, we may be only talking $50 sometimes, 75, maybe 100. So are we going to spend 15 or 20 or more dollars getting this graded to have it be worth $50? Probably not. All right, so that's the Philadelphia Mint. They also produce the coins at two other mints in this. Oh my goodness. Now this one looks just hugely great, doesn't it? Look at a Liberty on the top, Washington, just this beautiful background. And we know that it's a proof coin from the San Francisco Mint because we see the S here, but also because of the way that it's polished. And when you look at this coin, you say it's got to be worth a lot, doesn't it? Well, the U.S. Coin Digest grades these at a proof 65 at about $3. Now this might be ahead of a proof 65. This might be a proof. Oh, some people say, what are you doing touching it with a pen? This pen has like a rubber tip on it. It does not leave any marks. I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't leave any marks, and that's why we do it with this. But we do touch it with our hands sometimes on the rim. Anyways, this might be worth $15 or $20 in the condition that it's in because it's way better than proof 65. We tip it up. They had not yet come out with the silver versions yet, so no silver proof sets. And then we get to the back and we see that we thought we had a pretty good one on the last one. And then we can actually see the lines in the center of this tail. And that's these tail feathers down here. We can see definition there. Unfortunately, because it's a proof coin, we just don't have the huge value. So again, maybe this one may be $15 to $20, but certainly one of the better quarters you'll ever see in terms of definition. And finally, oh, and how many did they make at the San Francisco Mint? They made 2.8 million. So they didn't make a lot, but still, it's just not a really sought after coin unless you get up to, if you're talking about a proof coin, unless you get up to a proof 65 or above. All right, let's see if we can get this centered. This is, of course, the Denver Mint coin. And the Denver Mint with a D over here, they made 389 million. So 384 million at Philly, 389 million at Denver. And again, this is just in really fine shape too from the same uncirculated mint set. They just did a good job of it. We go down here and we see this great definition all the way through down here also. Yeah, if we tip it the right way, you can actually see all the lines and everything. And this one actually might be as good or better than the Philly. So we may have, with these three coins here, we may have $40 or $50, maybe $100 if we're lucky, but we're not going to spend $60 getting them graded. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.